Good day to you. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good week, month, whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's Tuesday. It's the end of the month as far as Tuesdays
early
go.
in the morning for me.
Oh, yeah, look. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's all, it's time for Ray's praise.
No.
We praise you, Raise. And now let's raise up. There we go. Look at that. Fantastic.
Yes, you're picking on
Get out of the water.
people. That's wrong.
No Raise praise this week. Coming back soon. First and foremost, gentlemen, lovely to see you all back again on a This Week in Stadia day. Big one. We should get some interesting ideas around the old pro game for June and some other stuff.
Mafia?
I think. What do you reckon?
ARK.
Mafia.
Mafia.
ARK.
I'm just kidding. I highly doubt that's
Happy birthday to my sister. It's her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Sister Ray.
Maybe we'll get RBI baseball.
Happy birthday to Ray's sister.
21 is out. We'll still get RB. Well, maybe we'll get RBI baseball 22 instead, since 21. Sorry. When it's your sister's birthday, Ray? Do you phone her up?
I actually I sent a text before the show and I said I was going to call her after the show, and I loved it.
Did you praise your sister?
I praise my sister all the time. Oh God!
It's the thing to do, my friend. It's the thing.
I knew he was getting ready. I saw that.
No, I'm not that predictable.
Behind him, he's smiling behind him.
I'm not that predictable, Ray. Come on.
Oh goodness, that was good.
Oh, dearest John, how are you, my friend? I see you're emulating the Ray pose, as it's now going to be known.
Yeah. I mean, emulate greatness, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You are. Yeah.
There you go.
Have you guys all had a good week?
Man, I had a great week. Yeah, good week. Played some old games.
It's still early in the week, so we're yeah.
Yeah, see, when I talk about week, I talk about the time between last show and this show, as opposed to
the gaming.
Opposed to 48 hours. Have you had a good 48 hours there? Have you in the last couple of days?
No, nothing. Well, my son's birthday was yesterday, so I did have a good.
There you go.
There you go.
I turned the big 4.
Oh, bless him.
Ooh,
No, I don't.
Wow.
I don't have a praise errand. So what we'll have instead is this. You see, you got the Resident Evil Village moment at the end there.
Right.
He'll love that.
How much did you pay Vet to do that?
What's sad is I was thinking the same thing.
You're sad, gentlemen, sad. So, getting back to your original points, what do you reckon? Pro games, starting with you, Aaron.
I'm going to lean towards ARK. I know that's the big one. I would like to see something else, but I don't really know. I know that there's a lot of talk, but I know they were talking originally it was going to come out, but then they were I know ARK had said there was another piece that had gotten delayed till June 2nd, so it would not surprise me that ARK just drops as the pro game then instead of it releasing early.
Okie dokie. Ray, what do you reckon?
ARK. I honestly think it's going to be ARK.
Yeah, it's cooking. You see, I gave it the kiss of death by putting the graphic on my thumbnail for this show. So not only will it not be, but we probably won't even get it This Week on Stadia.
Yeah.
We'll try. We'll hope. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Now, the man in the know, although he does promise us, he doesn't know today, but if anybody has an inkling, it could well be this young fellow down there, Mr. Scott. What do you reckon, John?
Well, aside from everybody's ARK prediction, I'm going to say Killer Queen Black.
Yep.
And even possibly Kimono Heroes. NIS America released that about a month or so back when we had those flurry of games from them. So I'm going to say Kimono Heroes would be a perfect pro game. It's about 4 to 5 hours. It's side-scrolling, and you play as these animal ninjas and stuff like that. So I think it would be a perfect pro game.
Too early for Animal Royale?
Yeah. I don't. I'm gonna say Animal Royale. We probably won't see that till maybe on Stadia, late August, early September. That's what I'm guessing.
Okay,
I'm gonna say September.
Yeah. Wow. So there's a few there. I've already said I've already put my flag around ARK. I mean, who knows? I've made wild predictions in the past and they've never been right. And I actually quite like the fact that's how it works. I think if it was all too predictable, well, we wouldn't have much of a show for a start, would we? So it's quite nice that we don't know. And Krumnar hates the fact that the chat starts at the top and works its way down. Mate, have a chat with Restream. I can't help you there, bro. But while we do have a couple of minutes, let's just say hi to you lovely guys that have all turned up. Right from the very top, John was there. What's up? Vet was there, but who now has a new name, Vet Cloud Gaming.
I love that name.
Yes,
love the name.
I wanted to keep both. I wanted to keep the Vet.
Oops.
I mean, really, all I did was I just got rid. I dropped the Stadia part and I just put Cloud in there because that's pretty much what I do, anyways. It was a natural evolution.
Absolutely right. Let's go. That's the correct one, ladies and gentlemen.
There.
Interestingly enough, you're not alone. Obviously, I'd changed the Stadia out of my name. Not that it was an announcement that I was moving away from Stadia. Far from it, but it just all of a sudden I was acknowledged. Let's put it that way. So these things sometimes have to happen. But Ray's never had Stadia in his name. He's had his birthday, ladies and gentlemen. And if you go to his Facebook, he's got his bank PIN number. Hey. So if you pull it all together... it all works. Now we're fast approaching the hour. Quickly again, Alex, good to see you, my friend. Or Alex, beg your pardon. Unatrix, good to see you. Alex... Cloud Gamer 201.
Oh man, so many wonderful people in the chat. Thank you.
We've got some great people in the chat. Cloud Gaming Dad popped in. Thank you, Lee. I know Lee's off to do some proper business. My very good friend Mike Gibbons has donated £5. Thank you, my friend. That's very much appreciated.
Yay!
Very much appreciated. Clive's in the house, ladies and gents.
Hey.
Radio Stadia. I like that. Radio Stadia FM. Welcome to Radio Stadia FM. At the top of the hour.
There's a ring to it.
It kind of works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've refreshed. There's nothing to see just yet, folks. So we'll keep going with the names. We've got Ruben's in the house. Ruben has a PS4. This was established on Twitter earlier on. We love Stadia. Well, we love you, my friend. And thank you very much for popping in. That's very good to see you as well. Royal Donut. His Royal Holiness, as I like to call him. There he is. Bless him. He lies in the house. We have got a ton of you guys. Thank you so much for visiting. What we will do is, in true TV fashion, is we will pull this up. We'll put ourselves to the side. It's not there yet, as you can see. I have a nasty suspicion. We've got a minute. So let's not get too carried away.
Let's not jinx ourselves yet.
No, exactly. Andy thinks it would be hilarious if ARK didn't come. Well, no, it would probably be correct. I don't know that it would be hilarious. Eli thinks, hello, engineer. Welcome to Elk and Young Soul. So there's a shout and a half.
Welcome to Elk.
Yeah, you like that one, Ray? You played that one?
Yeah, I love playing it. It's a weird game, but I'm really loving this. I'm loving the story.
There's some great stuff out there. Some great stuff. I come to you today on my brand new beast of a PC. And wow, I have the last 3 or 4 days, guys, I was so excited because my big plan was that I'd have this big rig with 3080 card and 10 cores and everything. And then I'd stream 4K across to my old PC using a 4K capture card. I bought everything. It's all ready to go. I took the lid off, and guess what I discovered? No spare PCIe slots on the old PC, so that kind of killed that.
No,
that kind of killed that plan off. Oh, tell you what. But don't worry, because I did solve it. Actually, I've got a really, you know what I like. Nothing ever beats me. So I came up with an awesome solution, which I'll do a little video on at some point. And I've been able to do some 4K 60 streaming. Right, we're 5 p.m. and there's nothing yet from our good friends at Stadia, but that's okay. Nope. We give them a couple of minutes.
Hit refresh one more time.
One more time.
Yeah, hit it again.
Okay.
Hit it again.
I'm hitting it. I'm hitting it. I'm hitting it again.
It refreshed for me.
No, there you go. There it is. I was in the wrong screen.
Hey. Just on the wrong screen.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yeah, right. And Andy is laughing his socks off because there is no ARK.
He is. He was right.
Thank you.
Aren't you, Andy?
Oh my God! I'm finally getting Moto GP 20. I've been wanting to get that game, but the price for a long time.
It wasn't expensive. Even at launch, it was quite pricey, wasn't it, Ray? So we've got Kronos Before the Ashes. Great game. That's a great game. Moto GP 20, Trails of Cold Steel 3, and Blue Fire. Now, Blue Fire, I had a fairly good idea was coming thanks to Cloud Gaming Dad, because he knows the devs down there. And that was pretty much on the money. So with 4 games, ladies and gentlemen, that is again a stunning drop from our good friends at Google. The Legend of Heroes. Sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, have they come? They're coming close to their prediction of how many games they were going to get for the year, aren't they?
I haven't been keeping a tally, but
I'm losing track, but I'm pretty sure they're close to. They're probably going to surpass the what they quoted that their quota was that they claimed by the end of the year that they would add.
Whoops, sorry about that. Was it 120 originally? Was that there?
I believe so.
Oh, we're very close to that already, aren't we? So what have we got? We've got Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3. It doesn't get more hardcore than this standout JRPG from the masters at Neon Falcon. And this was actually, a relatively full-price game, wasn't it? That has this one come out? There was a series of them. Was this the one that hadn't come out yet? Or have we had all of them?
No, the 3 and 4 just came out on Stadia, but 1 and 2 aren't on all platforms.
Right, okay.
So if you want to play the whole series, it's like you've got to have like a PS Vita, a PlayStation, and then 3 and 4 are on multiple platforms.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Moto
GP 20. Actually, it does look a really good game, this, Ray. Blazing speed, custom careers, motorsports action at its absolute finest. And that's a decent price game as well.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it though. It's motorbike games I am awful at because I cannot control. I'm pretty good at falling off the bike and then you can watch the bike just fly across. Because I tried that on Amazon Luna with Ride 4 and it's probably going to be the same, just terrible experience for me. Does that say we get Oh, so we actually get another one. Interesting.
So we've got Blue Fire.
Scratch
that 3D platforming itch with Blue Fire. A delightful Eldritch adventure that will have
scratching that itch
down at the clinic. Will have you lead through deadly traps, battle daunting adversaries, and more. And Kronos Before the Ashes. Every time you die, you age a year, growing in some ways while diminishing in others. Can you slash your way through this atmospheric RPG?
I almost paid money for it.
Did you?
See, I'm happy because I almost bought Moto GP 20 and I almost bought Kronos, and I'm happy I waited. I'm happy I waited.
It also goes on to say, May the 31st is the last day that you can claim Reigns for free. So make sure, guys, if you haven't done, that you claim that. And then we've got some more news. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, free play days. Grab 3 friends and your favorite way to play. Your laptop, your desktop, your compatible phone or tablet, or a TV with Chromecast Ultra and the Stadia controller. There's so many ways that you can play Stadia that you run out of breath through a sentence. It's all right for them. I'm getting on. Ghost Recon Breakpoint is free all weekend with your Stadia Pro membership from 8 a.m. on Thursday Pacific time, May 27th, all the way through to 10 a.m. on Monday, the 31st of May. To continue playing after, you'll need to purchase the game in the Stadia store. Ghost Recon Breakpoint is not available as part of a Stadia Pro subscription. So there you go. Everybody gets a chance. Now, am I right in saying, because last Tuesday, do you remember, I got a little email from Ubisoft, and I think it was Breakpoint saying that they were there was a big AI push with your teammates. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming that this is in alongside that. So if you've makes a lot of sense. So they're kind of launching a new version, well, an updated version of the game with improved artificial intelligence for your teammates, and you get to go in and have a. One of my favorite. This was the first game that I bought on Stadia back in the day. In fact, Ray, it brought you and I together, my friend, didn't it? It brought you and I together.
I remember that night. It was a magical night, folks.
It was a magical night that is cemented in our memories forever. And if
so
that
was,
there was no touching. I can assure you of that. We don't do things like that on first dates.
No,
good Christian folk.
Exactly.
And guess what? Destiny 2 crossplay. Now this was of course accidentally when they
was it though?
Well.
I mean, I know officially. I know they're
officially.
Wait a minute.
They're saying it was. They're saying it was an accident, but was it
You're
really?
An old cynic, Aaron. You're an old cynic. Officially, they accidentally with the Splicer, the season of the Splicer, they enabled crossplay, which. The crowd went wild, and it was fantastic. I never got a chance to try it out because I haven't got any friends. But those that did said they had a cracking time, and they're bringing it back officially May 25th through May 27th, which is obviously from today. So Tuesday for a few days. Now, this is, as it will no doubt say if I bother to read it, but I happen to know that this is limited to a specific cross-play Vanguard Strikes option that will appear in your director. And if you play it and play with other folk, I don't think you get a choice of invites on this one. I think they're just going to mix you up with other platforms. But you get a badge, you get a banner to honor your inaugural cross-playing. So let's read it properly, Rokk. Okay.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It'll definitely be. It'll be interesting to see how their servers handle this, because that's more where I'm interested in than. Yeah. I'm more interested in the technical side than just playing the game because I'm awful at it.
Right. Absolutely. Well, from today through May 27, a distinct Vanguard Strikes crossplay beta playlist will be available to all players in Destiny 2. You will be match made with Guardians playing across multiple platforms. As you fight through the enemy waves of darkness, Bungie's teams will be scouring data and performing a multitude of actions to test the integrity of the upcoming crossplay system. I actually love the idea that you're going to be playing with guys on PC or Xbox or PlayStation. You know, who knows who you're going to suddenly... Right. You find yourself up to some of the old luminaries of Destiny, like Mesa Sean. I happen to know quite well. I did some graphics for him, folks, back in the day. Yes, he's very famous now in Destiny, but before he knew me, he was nothing. Now you can kick. Now this next piece of news, actually, John alerted us to earlier in the day, but now you can kick the Power Rangers in the face. Oh, with Chun-Li. Who's Chun-Li? The Street Fighter pack for Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, featuring
guys, man.
Who is it, Ray?
The big
Street Fighter.
She's got the big guys in Street Fighter, and she's got the little buns on her head.
Gotcha. Featuring how do you pronounce that? Ryu, and Chun-Li. Now available on Stadia. Street Fact Fighter. The Street Fighter pack contains Ryu, Crimson Hawk Ranger, Chun-Li, Blue Phoenix Ranger, Angel Grove, Class of 93 skins for both characters. That sounds a bit dodgy. Forms on the girlies. You can buy it today in the Stadia store for $12.50 US. The comprehensive Power Rangers Battle for the Grid Super Edition is coming soon. It's a collection of all Battle for the Grid add-ons released thus far, including the newly announced Street Fighter pack, along with some exclusive items available only in this very special edition. The Super Edition will contain the base Power Rangers Battle for the Grid game, Season 1, 2, and 3 passes, Street Fighter pack, and 4 bonus character skins. And the Super Edition will launch today, so this is the whole game plus all the DLCs to date and the new stuff for $49.99 on the Stadia store. Upgrade kits to the Super Edition will also be available to those who already own Battle for the Grid. And we were talking earlier about the game and saying we all picked it up because it was obviously a pro game and gave it a little go. But like kids at Christmas, you go, oh, great, Power Rangers, put it over there and then crack on with the next thing, don't you? And you forget to go back. It's actually a really good game.
It was a good game. I will say that. I liked it.
Clive knows all about the Nicki Minaj video. It's when Clive and I used to do the retro, and we literally got pulled. It's the first time ever. We were doing our show live, and we were just gone thanks to Nicki and her video.
Nicki don't play that. Nicki don't play.
Don't play with Nicki. That's what we all say. Maybe even the name will get us done on this one. But Aaron, I could see you as a Street Fighter in the Power Rangers, kicking butt.
I tried that, but I don't. If it's not at multi with other real people, then I'm okay. The minute I play someone else, I would probably just rather rage quit ahead of time and save myself the utter defeat, because it won't last that long. I've tried playing against other people, and I last about like 3 minutes, and then if people can just close their eyes and imagine, you just see a controller go flying, and I'm just like, I'm done. And I just sit there and take the beating.
I like when they do things like this, because it brings people back to the games to replay it. You know, it gives it replay value.
No, 100%.
You know, they're pulling in some nostalgia from Street Fighter also with it, which is nice. Especially unless they're hinting that they're going to bring a Street Fighter game to Stadia, and that's what this is about. Which I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with the Street Fighter.
RJ says there's a pre-game rage quit. Now that would be a first, wouldn't it? That's it. He's straight out on a rage quit. No, it's the thing. You know, the thing I always think is that unlike some other cloud platforms, a lot of work has to go on behind the scenes to bring anything to Stadia. So when they put the time in to bring anything like this, DLCs and stuff, it shows a massive commitment to the platform. So, you know, if get out there and support them, guys, at least buy the $12.50 skins. Show them that it's worth doing.
Yeah, it's not like this. It's not like a GeForce Now or, you know, xCloud or one of those that are tied with, that's easy to port. Vulkan is not an easy thing to utilize sometimes, which is why Linux doesn't have a whole lot of games. There's a reason behind that. And, you know, it's a difficult language to program with. But when you take the time and you do it, you look at Stadia and you look at the games that the developers that really put the time in, they make them look fantastic. Yeah,
and a lot of applications, Unity and so on now, the Stadia code's kind of built in. No, just a quick point, because Mr. Bayram, Paul here, makes a very good point. He says the ARK DLC comes out June 1 now, and seeing as that's a Tuesday, it could be a special drop. I think Duncan mentioned when they, Cloudy does a thing with pro games. Aaron's disappeared below the waves. Duncan made a point of saying he thinks it's actually going to be a June 2nd drop, which, you know, I don't know. He may well be right, but I still have a feeling it's coming in June. I think, Paul, you're right there on the money with that one as well. And as Alex says, you heard it here, folks. Furzy. And Furzy is always the right way to hear it, I say. What else we got from our friends over at Stadia? Well, Phoenix Point. New expansion for Phoenix Point lands today. Tactical combat gets even more intense with Phoenix Point Festering Skies, including new air-to-air combat mechanics, truly colossal enemies, and much more. Purchase Festering Skies, that's easy for them to say, on the Stadia store now for just $10. Phoenix Point, this is one of your favorites, Ray.
You know, I believe it or not, I've been waiting because this is a game that's going to take some time and you got to build. So I've been waiting. I said, I got to get, I wanted to beat Resident Evil 8, and there's some games that I want to beat before I jump into this. But it's good to know that they got extra stuff coming. So, but I'm definitely Phoenix Point. I'm going to get into sometime.
This is Phoenix Point here.
John,
have you played this one?
Love these games.
Actually, I haven't. That's something I'm going to be starting this week. But it's it's like if you've ever played the XCOM games, on PC or even on console, very similar to this.
They're strategy-based games, aren't they?
Yeah. RTS,
Which is, Bethesda. What's the Bethesda thing coming soon? Baldur's Gate. I mean, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Similar, yeah.
Yeah. This does look good.
Yeah.
$44.99 is the base game, and then obviously, as we just mentioned, we've got some add-ons coming out today.
Let's see if ARK comes out June 2nd, though. I don't know, because that's something. ARK is another game that you're gonna have to put in time to craft and build up. So
yes, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Either way,
well, I mean, I could see him stealth drop it, I could see it, but I could also not because people are waiting for it. So I mean, that's a hyped game. But it wouldn't surprise me them to just try to sneak it on in there and not say anything, just to be Google. That would be the Google thing to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So want to get more games on sale, like Outriders.
Wait a minute, Outriders on sale?
Yeah, I'm not surprised, Ray. I was thinking about this. How long's it been out for? 2 months?
Something like that.
8 weeks?
Yeah.
It's a single-player game. It's a one-off experience. There is some end-game stuff, but it's very repetitive. And frankly, the biggest problem with the game is that the legendary weapons are only legendary by virtue of their skins. They don't do anything different to the other guns. So there's no massive incentive. So I'm not surprised. I fully expected to see the price really drop after 2 months, because everyone that bought it initially, and even those that had to hang around and wait to play it properly, will have completed it and put it on the shelf, and there's nothing more you can do with it. So you've got to get that second wave of sales in, and the only way to do that is to significantly drop the price. So I'm not hugely surprised about that, if I'm honest. FIFA 21, let's have a quick look at those prices, because Sean Wolock down in the chat says, if you are into Madden, look at them prices. Wow, 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 he says. So let's have a look at those prices. Wow, wow, wow.
Pretty good sales pitch.
Yeah.
He's got me sold.
As always, there's a plethora of Ubisoft games. They were carried over from last week, as we know. Borderlands is now £16.50. These are obviously UK prices, guys, so you need to put 30% on top for dollars, give or take. Borderlands, Borderlands 3 is 16, and then we've got all the DLCs and stuff around $10 a shot there. Deluxe edition, it's only 30. That's pretty cool. That will obviously come with most of those season passes anyway. Doom is doing good. Yeah.
Sean McDonald's got shares in Madden. That's why he's selling it.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, he has. Yeah.
I knew there was a catch.
He's the big guy behind the NFL. So we've got a load of Dooms going on. Again, Family Feuds, Ubisoft stuff all dropping in price now.
I would be concerned if there wasn't a week that we didn't have an Ubisoft sale.
Yeah.
Then I would start to be concerned about that. Like, I love when people, Stadia's dead, the whole Stadia dead narrative is so old and dried up now at this point. And I'm just like, you know why they're not? Is I keep funneling money to them with purchase after purchase.
Yeah, you and Ray both.
If I look, my bank's like, do you own stock in Stadia? Because good Lord, I don't even want to know how much I've spent, even though I pay Ubisoft for a monthly subscription, and I still buy their games when they go on sale.
The thing to bear in mind, though, guys, is that they only mimic their own sales. I mean, Ubisoft they have a constant sale. There's a furniture shop in the UK called DFS, and they're famous because they only ever advertise that there's a sale on. It's like literally 365 days of the year sale, and Ubisoft are the same. I mean, they're always on a sale, so they mirror that. Whatever platform their stuff's on always mirrors the sale. So yes, you will always see a sale for Ubisoft because that's what they do. They're trying to push you towards the game as a service. We know that.
They want you in the Ubisoft world.
Yeah, yeah. Once you're there,
just like, you're never leaving. Once they get the hook in you, you just stay there.
A couple of Laras, which we're obviously pro games. They've been claimed here. Now then, Madden, £79, £80, $100 is now £17.50, $20. Ding!
That is an impressive discount.
80% drop. Well, no, give or take. Or the same price minus 2p. 20p. 20 pence for the base game. So literally pay 20 pence more and have the Superstar Edition. Well, that's interesting marketing. Why would you want to pay the lesser amount for the smaller game? I don't know. Do they make more money out of you with selling you stuff within the Superstar Edition, DLCs and things?
Of course they do.
Could be.
Yeah.
Of course they do, man. Of course.
No, John's not convinced. But anyway, yeah, if you are into this, he climbs backing me up on this, DFS, I think they have one single day where there's no sale. That's true. So they can actually, by UK law, you can't have a sale every day. So they have one day where there's no sale. And obviously all the staff take the day off. Nobody's buying
Take
nothing.
the tags out of the window. Take the tags out of the window.
Yeah. Alex knows exactly what I'm talking about. DFS. It's so funny. Marvel's Avengers, they've got a couple of deals going down there. I can't see, obviously, I claimed it was a pro game, but the deluxe edition is 20-ish, £24 cheap. That's good. Monopoly's announced Ubisoft NBH. That's a massive drop, £50 down to, £16.50. So there's a lot of the sports stuff's dropping in price here, Ray.
Well, that's because the new seasons are starting. You got new football season.
Yeah.
The soccer season, is done. I mean, it's like, but guess what? You can still play those games. You can actually, if you use your imagination, you can do different drafts and make your own players or whatever.
Madden still updates, though. That's the thing. Yeah. Madden will continue getting roster updates until the new version releases, and they've always done that, regardless of the system.
I don't think they're doing that with the new. They just had a draft, so I don't think they're doing with the new draft picks that they just got.
Well, I remember years ago playing Madden, there was always people that would when you could download custom rosters, when they added that feature, there are people that sit there and literally they will wait till draft day, and then the day after everybody is drafted, they will write the name down for every single team, and then they go recreate a new roster to upload. I'm like, so I would see that, and I'm just like, God, you have no life.
Well, what I did is
that was when I was also a lot younger.
I did a superstar draft where I picked against the bots. So I have my fantasy team. So I did a fantasy draft. So right now I'm doing a fantasy, trying to help my 49ers win the Super Bowl.
Well, we know that ain't gonna happen.
Whatever.
Even in fantasy world.
When you say draft day, is this what you're thinking of?
Not giraffe.
Oh, right.
Good.
Hey, they might be good. Ray, you got some receivers there for your team.
He's got some neck.
We need giraffes. We need anybody to help us, man.
I just realised I've been prattling on about the sales, and you guys haven't actually been seeing them on the.
I thought that was a new thing. I thought that was a new
But you know
thing,
what?
Rod.
Nobody in the chat complained about it though.
No.
either.
No, they're just
Wanna
like,
hear
yeah.
your lovely voice, Rod.
You just keep talking, Rokk.
They just like to hear you talk.
I want to hear your lovely voice.
You just keep on talking. Where did we get to? Oh, we got right down to the NBA and the NFL. Outriders. There we go. So Outriders was £60 and is now £45. So what's that? It's a £15 drop. So it is what it is. What it is.
Even golf is on sale.
$60, man.
Yeah,
$60.
I know you did, but you
for golf, and
someone's got to buy it first, mate.
yeah, I paid $60 for golf, and I haven't played it once.
Are you a golfer in real life, Aaron? Is that
No. I would be the
just
Happy
started.
Gilmore of golf. I would be the Happy Gilmore of golf. That's how
I'd
it would
be scared to play golf with him because I'd probably, I would get my ball in the hole and he would hit me with a club.
Whoa.
I'd be the Happy Cloud gamer of golf, let alone the Happy Gilmore. I'd be all over the shop. No, it's I started 2 weeks ago for the first time, and I was donated a set of clubs and a bag, and I might even have a lesson this week. So I did it. It's something to do with my dad in the latter years of his life, something we could do together. Just walk around for an hour or two, talking and having a laugh. Bless him. So I'm actually quite keen on buying this one. Why not?
Oh, I just got yelled at because of my golf bag. My wife was driving in the garage and I had my bag in the way, and she's like, called me and says, "Get your bag out of the way." So
that's what she said.
Ray, you walked right into that one.
Yeah, I saw it down the road, and I was just waiting for him to finish.
Gotta do it.
It is 9 a.m. over here. It's 9:26 in the morning. Too early for that.
Oh yes. No, I've already bought Red Dead Redemption, so I cannot see what that price has dropped by. But
people get it if you don't have it. Please
for the longest time, it was never on sale, was it? For the longest time,
you know what?
It's been massive.
I don't think I have the ultimate. I might actually be able to see I might be one of the few that can see the ultimate price.
Yeah.
I haven't bought that one yet for some reason.
Rage 2 as well. I know you guys, Ray, you'll definitely agree with me on this. Rage, one of the most undervalued games in gaming history.
I agree. People, what is wrong with you? The guns, the vehicles.
I bought it. Yeah. It literally has my nickname in it, Rage.
Rage 3473.
So I had to buy it. Yeah. Right, there's your new name when you brand, buddy.
I mean, guys, you're getting this game at a discount price. Pick it up. You need it in your Stadia library. That's a game you need.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. Looks like I haven't picked up Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That's unusual for me. Or the Crew 2 Deluxe. What the hell's going on, Rokk? There's loads. Oh, no, these are pro sales, aren't they? These aren't pro games. These are pro sales. So these are only open.
All these games you haven't bought. I'm concerned.
No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I don't buy
probably
games.
because you bought a new computer.
These are pro sales, so these are deals that are only available to people that have a pro sub versus games that you would have been able to pick up at some point.
Why would you not have a pro sub? I mean, I know it's $10 a month, but come on now, people.
See, the thing about it is, though, we have the pro games. We're not getting the DLCs. And if you got the game, get the extra stuff up at a discounted price.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs Legion's $50 off for US pricing, although I can't seem to find the Red Dead one, but I may have overlooked it.
That I love that game. I wasn't sure to begin with, and then by the time I'd finished it, I was in love with it. I know there's been some recent DLCs worth picking it up for.
I haven't played a lot of the multiplayer ones yet. Mm-hmm. But I have to recruit enough people so I can do some of those missions. But when they've been doing the updates, and I haven't been able to do with that Mina, the girl that they added in the single player in the campaign mode, I can't use her yet because I'm stuck in a mission where I can't finish. So, but I know that because they added it, if you go to the online side of things, she's already a recruitable. She's already in your crew. So you can already use her as a playable character.
Gotcha.
Which is really cool.
last couple, Wolfenstein. I actually enjoyed this game, but
I love the game.
It kind of got
That's
panned a bit.
price.
I love
It's
the
a great
game.
price.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I love the whole series. I love the whole franchise.
Yeah.
But it definitely. I think Youngblood. I think it was because they went to a multiplayer style versus the like what all of the other Wolfensteins had been as of late. They kind of shifted it. I like the 80s style. I like that it went to a different decade finally. But I think because it was the multiplayer and you could do co-op online, I think that it gave it a bad rap for whatever reason. And it didn't need it. It's a great game. The storyline is still there because you don't need to have somebody with you to play it. It's more fun that way. Yeah, but I mean, you get to kill Nazis and listen to 80s music, and the commentary is great. So what more can you ask for?
Killing Nazis it's and all in the 80s music.
I mean, that's
seriously,
it, isn't it?
that right there
what else do you want?
Me.
What else would you possibly want?
Yeah.
WWE 2K Battlegrounds.
Look, when I play that game, I'm Lucha Ray.
Oh. Is that the Mexican mask thing?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, look at that.
I thought you were going to say you were Nacho Ray.
Official mask when I'm playing this game. I bought the. I got all the characters. I love all the characters.
Ray, I thought you were going to say you were breaking out. You were going to be Nacho Ray.
Salty flavor.
Yeah.
So let's have a quick.
The Red Dead 2 Ultimate is $50 off. It's half off.
Wow.
Blue Fire. Blue Fire. I'm so happy. I can't wait to play Blue Fire. There's
some absolutely great games to pick up on the first. No question of that. So down on the bottom, I think we're pretty much done anyway at that point. Stadia Pro discount. Stadia Pro subscribers can save right now on great games, which we've just seen, and more with these special Stadia Store prices. That's all for today, folks. You think that's all, folks? I never did do a pork pig.
We don't need copyright, right?
I'm very happy. Very happy with the game.
It's a pretty good lineup.
Very happy with the game.
Hey, Rokk.
I know there'll be people that are going to complain, though. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, John.
No, it's fine. There always will. Do you think you could find... just for everybody here watching that might not have saw trailers for maybe Blue Fire or Chronos, just so we could get an idea?
I was absolutely in the middle of doing that, my friend.
Thank you, John.
I will do that for you. You just talk amongst yourselves while I go.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that they are going to complain about the lineup. I think the complaint is going to be about ARK. It's going to be tied to ARK is what the problem is going to be.
Yeah,
but I mean, everybody complains about something. I mean, they could literally give 4 AAA games and somebody's going to complain, oh, I didn't get the game I wanted. And I'm just going to be like, that's because that's like, you can't please everyone, people.
I think I think this might put me over 150 Stadia games. So
wow. That's more than Stadia have got.
So
wait, Rokk, you're prime minister now? Oh, man, we got royalty in here. I wasn't aware of that.
That's the only man in the whole world that would actually vote for me, making it an impossibility.
I love that you pull up a trailer for World of Warcraft, so now people are going to think.
Alex, I'm hyped about MotoGP 22, man. I've been wanting to play MotoGP 20 for a long time, so that's going to be great.
That one's going to be a fun one to play.
Yeah. Ooh,
so Blue Fire was one of the games back. They demoed this back at the Good Stuff Coming, and everybody went, "Oh, this looks good."
Dude, look at those blades on the back, man. I like that.
I love the art style too, and it looks so awesome.
Yeah, everybody went unanimously. This is a great game, and Lee's back in now. Now, just to promote my friend Lee. So Lee says, watch out for Cloud Gaming Dad and the Blue Fire devs coming soon.
I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that.
No, he's been working behind the scenes with those guys.
Hey, look how cute he is with those swords.
What, Lee or the character?
We know he was talking about Lee.
Lee's a handsome devil too.
Lee's a very handsome devil. This is definitely one of those games that we all went, and it's gonna be free. It's now gonna be ours on as a pro game to collect. It does look great fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does, and I think it's going to be one of those that even if you don't think it's going to be fun, and I'm sure there are going to be some that may think that, I think once they play it, it's going to be a different. It's like it's those indie games that are fun to play that may or may not be fun, but once you start playing it, you actually have a blast with it, way more than you thought you would.
He looks like a ninja sack boy from Little Big Planet, doesn't he? The way he kind of waves at you and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you, John? Do you think there's a possibility of some Stadia unique features being built into this one?
It would be awesome if they had that, but I don't think so. At least not at launch. But who knows? Maybe down the line, like we saw with Serious Sam and a few other games where they went back, Wonder Boy, and they went back and added those features.
Yeah.
But not at launch. But I'm excited for this. It looks fun.
Well, did you see the background, the sky and the mountains when he went outside? That looked really good.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good one. And I mean, if we want to know about add-ons and features, we just got to hit up Lee, because I'm sure he knows all of what's coming to the game.
Yeah.
Lee, spill the beans. Come on, give us a leak.
Yeah. I know. Lee was telling me they've been really good working behind the scenes with Lee. A nice bunch of guys as well. Which, to be fair, let's be honest, we tend to find, don't we? I know, John, you've done interviews with the guys recently for Figments and other games and stuff.
Right.
They're really keen to share their work. They're proud, they're passionate, and actually, they're not up on a pedestal. A lot of the time, these guys they're super chuffed that they've even been asked to come on and talk about their stuff. So, but this is amazing.
I think that's the beauty of an indie dev.
Right.
Bringing the indie developers is they're not the big AAA who just have that, like, well, I don't need to say anything. I've already the game says it for me. And the indies are just like, they're just so blessed to be on a platform like this stage. And then you have the community that reaches out and was like, hey, would you like to do an interview where you can talk about your game? Because I love this. Or they're engaged in the chat. They just pop in your chat and watch your gameplay and start talking with you, which always amazes me. I mean, that's something you're never going to see, Rockstar games or some, EA is never going to pop into some small streamer's chat and start chatting it up with the community.
That's
if that ever happened, I would be questioning what's going on with the world.
And it's a great way too, because when you get those indie developers in there, you get that repertoire between them, and they're keen for your feedback. They want to know, what do you think, and things like that. And that's so awesome, just to be able to talk to the people that develop the game one-on-one, and they're really interested in knowing what you think and how they can improve it. And
I remember I was on Twitch watching Jeff play that I think it was the Animal Royale game. Before it was announced, I think he had the developers in there chatting about it. And it was just fun to watch the communication and the interaction between Jeff and the developer in the chat, and then, in the community in there watching showcasing these things. And then, people, of course, ask, is it going to come to Stadia? And they hint, well, you never know. And then lo and behold, it's coming to Stadia. So you never know when you start talking to, an indie game. And even if it's on a different platform, you engage with them. And if the community, it's like the old adage, you ask once, and if everybody likes it and keeps asking, they're going to put a request in and say, hey, maybe we should do this.
Yeah, exactly.
So Kronos, or I guess you guys may pronounce it Kronos, Before the Ashes. This is a video that obviously Jem recorded a little while ago, back in December. Now this is, am I right in saying this is THQ Nordic, the guys that have just brought Biomutant out?
I'm not sure who the developer is. Yeah. Oh, wow, look at.
This is also obviously one of the pro games that we're getting in a couple of days' time.
Yeah.
So what have we got here? Have any of you guys actually played this at all, or?
I haven't.
I have not. So the publisher is THQ Nordic for Kronos.
Yeah,
I did look it up. It was the developer was Gunfire Games, but the publisher is THQ Nordic. So
yeah. Now, annoyingly,
Oh.
I do have a pro subscription to YouTube, but for some reason it's logged me in with a completely different account. So, apologies.
Well, I mean, now I want to order from HelloFresh.
Yeah.
Now I want to order.
Get out of here.
Now I want to order food.
I'm not having none of it.
Darn that subliminal advertising.
Yeah, there you go. Now you can even send me an email as well now if you want to. It's all good. Rats and burgers. So THQ Nordic, they're getting a little bit of a kicking at the moment for Biomutant.
So we're looking at 4K 60 frames per second.
Yeah. This
Nice.
is, from Stadia. But this is the game we're getting, so we know it's 4K 60, or at least we know that Gem streamed in 4K 60 for it. I know, to my utter shame, very little about this game. So you guys are seeing it pretty much. Again, another game I think was announced at the same time as they announced Blue Fire is coming, but obviously this one has been now around since December last year. Looks pretty good to me. It's kind of an RPG.
Yeah.
But see, that's a good thing.
I mean, the graphics look amazing in this.
Yeah.
But see, that's the good thing about having a library of games is you can always go back, even if you didn't play it when it debuted. You can go back and you can play it and still have the fun. And this is all new to me.
Yeah.
So to get it pro, this is a win. And
so if this came out in December, that's when all that hype for Cyberpunk and everything. So this could be something that was looked over, and now we're a few months out, like Ray's saying, and bringing a new life to the game.
Alex said it reminds him of Zelda, which it's got the feel. I mean, it's updated graphics, but it definitely. I like that and it kind of reminds me like the Elder Scrolls and games like that.
Yeah.
Which I'd never played before, and then I've been actually putting some more time into that.
His shield reminds me of a cookie, and after this, I'm gonna get a bag of cookies because looking at his shield, for some reason now I have a taste for some cookies.
Right, I've managed to get us.
He's got nothing to say. Ray, you got Rokk speechless for a moment.
No, I dare. You're right. He has. He normally does, but it's only because I've managed to get my proper account so that we don't get the adverts anymore. And then I thought, right, what's the next thing? MotoGP.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
because this is probably honestly, I don't know. It might be. I don't know which one I'm gonna jump into, Blue Fire, or I really love the racing. I've been wanting to play Moto.
You'll play racing until you crash one too many times.
I know, exactly.
It's go around the first corner. Right?
I do struggle. I struggle with all racing games, in fairness. But
you did good in Grid.
Did I? No, I didn't. you pegged me for somebody else, my friend. You pegged me for somebody else.
For racing games, I'm more of I like the arcade rather than the sim.
Yeah.
Because to me, when you get the sim, it's just so much.
Oh my god! Look at that.
Yeah, this would be fun to play with other people, right?
This has got it all going on. It's great graphics. I've heard that this is less of a sort of arcade and more of a sim in terms of gameplay. But it's
just the turning in Unity.
I noticed that too. Yeah, everybody at the same time.
See,
it's like being at the ballet.
In the arcades, they had a motorcycle called Hang On, and that I used to love hopping on, and I would And to this day, my wife still tells me, "Ray, get off! Come on,
get your bag out of my face." Yeah.
Golf bag with golf balls and clubs.
Of course. We were thinking nothing else, my friend. Nothing else at all. What I love though is when they make these a pro game, because it means that, for example, Cloud Gaming Dad, Lee on a Friday night with his late show, and Sammy on Stadia as well, who likes to do a lot of these kind of racing games. It gives something else that the community can get involved with.
Thank you. And it's fun. It's fun, especially when you can you kick somebody and see if they can,
that would be awesome. Like Road Rash, right?
Like Road Rash.
It looks kind of like when the character was zipping in between a couple, you could see his leg move out. So I don't know, maybe he was just stretching, or if you can kick them off. But that would be amazing.
Yeah. It's there's a big market for it on Stadia. I do wonder, whether with the plethora, nice little word for a Tuesday, of sports games on Stadia, whether they've identified from the data that's actually a genre that works well with the platform, and therefore they're encouraging more and more of them to come.
I could see that. It would be interesting if they got some more sports games, like I said, if they could get a hockey or a boxing or something else.
They're getting the games for the kids, which is, I mean, you have to do these. You got to.
They have definitely expanded the kids' genre. They got SpongeBob, and I mean, they've definitely gone all out with the family category. With Blaze and the Monster Machine, Gigantosaurus, a
Memorial
Disney game. So they partnered up with a Disney TV show. A couple and Nick Jr.
We have a holiday weekend. We got a holiday weekend coming up, Memorial Day, and I told my wife, I said, you know what, we should do Family Feud and play some Family Feud. So that's what we're doing this weekend, and I can't wait. But I am loving this game. I can't wait to play. Yeah, I'll probably crash a couple of times, but at least it's not in real life. There's no way. See, this is the thing. I can't do this in real life. There's no way I can lean on a motorcycle like that, but I can do that in the game. Well, I can try.
So if you lean in real life, what happens is you just fall over. Before you even move, you just topple over.
I actually tried to do this in Mexico, and no.
Did you?
Yeah. Wow. Somebody dared to dared to rent motorbikes, and I said no, I don't do motorbikes, and they went called me chicken. So I said, all right, I did it, and I regret it. I'm not,
Oh dear.
Let's just say.
That's all it takes. Call him chicken.
Chicken, right?
Hey, nothing happened to me, but my friend who was celebrating his birthday, he knocked his top teeth out. So yeah. So yeah.
So let that be a lesson to you. Don't call Ray a chicken.
He'll knock your teeth out.
Yeah, you'll have no gnashes.
He crashed on the bike. The handlebar went through his mouth and knocked him in the teeth.
Oh,
yeah. I had to pick him up and carry him and pick his teeth up. Ooh. Yeah. Oh. So that's why video games, you don't have to worry about having real accidents in real life. You can just act it out in the games.
There you go. Yeah.
Yep. Look at my driving ability in video games. It's just like in real life.
Just floor it and go around the corners.
So this is the old Trails of Cold Steel 3 Legend of Heroes, the JRPG. We've talked in the past about the fact that if you're into these, you're really into these. You will have played the whole series, and to have this one now add to the collection on Stadia makes a big statement. Not my kind of thing. But you guys, is this something that?
I don't know. I mean, I would watch somebody. I personally wouldn't play it, but I would watch somebody. If somebody was streaming it, I would definitely watch. It gives it's definitely got that style of gameplay, but it also reminds me, things like Final Fantasy, or to be honest, like the Kingdom Hearts games. That's another one. It kind of minus having Goofy and Donald in it. If they added those, it would be a dead ringer for it. But
these are.
I love Japanese role playing games.
Yeah.
This is definitely something I would play. But there's a series, and these guys. Once again, these games, you really gotta put in the work and put in the time to play it. So
there's each of the games here. So 3 and 4 are out. They in each of the games they'll have, if you haven't played the previous one or in the series, they've got like an overview, so they give you that information and as the backstory and things like that. But it is really involved. Like if you set out to play this game, like this is the game you're playing for the next couple of weeks, right? Because you get so heavily involved in the story, and the gameplay is really smooth and easy to pick up. But the story, like I know, for example, for Trails 4, like the introduction is to the game is like an hour. So like the first hour of the game, you're learning about the stories being introduced, you're unfold, and then you get to play a little bit, and there's more story. It's not till you get maybe into like 10, 12, or 13 hours in where you start to get that freedom to go around. And so it is very heavily involved, and you could easily spend 80 plus hours on these games. So like I said, for those that love these types of games and that are those hardcore fans, it's right up their alley. Like, I mean, to get this as a pro game is fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks great. It does. It's you know, you can see the detail, and you're absolutely right, John. This is something that you would need to devote absolutely hours and hours of your time to. This in that kind of scale. But I think it should do it immensely well. It's great to see it come as a pro game, because from memory, this was a full price game, wasn't it?
Yep. Those are this series is one of those series where, you know, like Nintendo games, they never drop in price, or they rarely go on sale. That's the same with these here. It's no matter if it's 1 or 4, they're pretty much always full price.
Yeah, and of course you can play it on your phone, on your laptop, on your tablet. Right. You know, you can take, even if it is a game that requires a lot of devotion, you're not limited to hogging the family TV. You can, and this looks like the kind of game that would work playing it on a tablet or a slightly smaller screen as well.
Definitely, yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Awesome, as they say. So there you go. So just as a recap, we've got Kronos. Let's get the Before the Ashes. But before the Ashes, let's get the thing back up. The Thing. The Thing. That was a good film, The Thing. John Carpenter. Was it John Carpenter?
It was.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Yep.
What a great film.
Hey, Rokk.
What, my friend?
The Thing.
Ah, there it is. Is that the one?
It was also a video game too.
No, that was such a good film with a dog ripping itself apart, and
they had to heat people's blood to find out if they were the aliens.
Yeah,
so they had to line up the guys, and one guy was like,
"That's it." Turned into a chicken, and then Ray smashed his teeth in.
That's right.
First of all, guys, I would never beat nobody up.
I know. You're a gentle giant.
He was doing a wheelie, and I told him, "Hey, you should take it easy. We're just learning how to do this." And when I said that, he crashed, and the handle grip went in his mouth, put a hole in the roof of his mouth. So just so you know, and
don't try this at home.
Yeah,
his insurance
don't try this at home, kids.
His insurance didn't cover him in Mexico, so we had to put up $4,000 to get just them to wire his jaw with a coat hanger wire. Then we took him back to the States so he could get his mouth fixed. But if if you're not a motorcycle stunt guy, don't try it.
Don't do stunts on motorcycles.
Don't do if you don't know what the hell you're doing. Yeah.
So them is your 4 pro games for June: Kronos, Before the Ashes, Moto GP 20, Trails of Cold Steel 3, and Blue Fire. Actually, all of those, possibly with the exception of Cold Steel, just because of my personal gameplay style. I think these are great additions to the library, and of course, as can often be
comments on Ray. Lukey, and I think Stadia Krampus had the best one.
We should have that little logo of the lizard.
Now, Ray.
The little lizard next to Ray. flipping about in the corner of the screen.
You can do Ray's praise. You could do a Ray's praise where he comes up and then just underneath it would just say important Ray safety tip, and then have him smile.
That's coming up next week, folks. Kel thought $4,000 was cheap. Wow.
This was back in
I would just use duct
90.
tape.
This was in 94. This happened 94.
Ruth. 94. I was in the States in 94, Ray.
Really?
Yeah,
I was.
I remember putting my foot out to trip some fella up on his bike.
I was in Cabo, Mexico.
Oh yeah, no, I was nowhere near Mexico.
Tequila and beer and
Yeah.
oh my god.
No, I was. We did Vancouver, which I loved in Canada. We did Hawaii,
Right. Yeah.
and we did San Francisco, your hometown.
Wow.
So we did a three center trip. That was amazing. Absolutely
Yeah,
amazing. We didn't do Mexico.
our roommate was girls that came from, I think they were from Canada. They were from Canada. 5 girls sharing a room next to 4 guys next to our room.
Wow. And then
Naughty
then-
boy,
and-
Roy, you naughty boy.
look at his,
Right.
look at his
Behind you,
face.
right behind you.
Yeah.
And I bet you not
Thomas!
one of them called you chicken, right?
Oh, super.
Folks, this is the last you shall see of Ray. We
Yes.
love him, but he is no longer
Yes.
with us.
We'll be praising Ray ourselves next week. Poor Ray. We knew him well.
Yeah, he's outside with a garbage can behind him. next week.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, is one leg stuffed into his golf bag.
She called me chicken. She called me chicken.
Oh dear.
Oh man.
Chariot, how are you, my friend? Good to
What's
see
up,
you.
Chariot?
Good to see you. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's we're coming up towards the end of the show. There's not much more to talk about. I think actually we've got a great selection of games here for Pro Day.
I agree. I'm
1st of
extremely
June.
I
happy.
guess I will chime in. The only other thing I will chime in is that it'll be interesting to see if Stadia ends up in the Google store in New York.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well-
If you zoom in on the screen, they did have an image of the storefront, and you can see the Stadia logo on the window.
Yeah.
So it'll
Yeah,
be nice that there's another place. I'm wondering if it's a test, because if they're smart, they'll put one in. I'm hoping within the next 3 years they put a Google store in the Mall of America here in Minnesota, so I have a reason to go to a mall.
They don't need to. You get your wallet out anyway. They don't need to take you to a shop. But yes, and the other thing, of course, is they've announced a game developers conference, which is a lot of people saying maybe that's why they didn't really go heavy on Stadia at the I/O, which makes some sense. I/O is more of a product-related developers conference, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When's that coming up, Ray? Do you know the date for that one?
I would assume the summer. I have no exact date, but I think it's summer. I know it's during the summer.
I think it's July. Is it July the 12th?
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is. July the 12th through the 13th.
Wow. So we've got 2 days.
Yeah, it's a 2-day event. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got Krampus is coming around to see you for coffee tomorrow.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, he's turns out your neighbours. So,
well, what do you know?
Yep.
Fancy
so there
that.
you go. Yep. So you can
I
have
don't sound like
cup of Joe.
I don't sound like a Minnesota person. I don't really know anywhere about, as far as I've ever been in this state, is the Mall of America. That's about as far as I've made it. I don't know. People are like, "Have you been here?" I'm like, I don't even know where that is. They'll name cities that I think are in other states, and I'm just like, I didn't even know that. I'm from the East Coast, so.
Oh, right, okay. I know we actually haven't talked about where you are today, but I'm going to let John see if John knows where that background is.
Let me see. Some little fishing village somewhere. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm gonna say he is Italy.
Italy?
No, not Italy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Italy.
Wrong area.
At a fish. No. I think you're at a fishing.
Rock knows where I'm at. Rock knows where I'm visiting today.
I gave you a big clue by handing it over to John initially.
It should be somewhere in the Maritimes. It could be over in Newfoundland or Nova Scotia.
Oh,
yeah,
we got it.
We got it. We got a winner, folks.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner. Yeah, Nova Scotia, New Scotland.
Don't you hear Ray saying chicken? You call him
No, don't be doing that. You've got a lovely set of teeth. Don't be doing that. So yes, he's today, folks. He's in Nova Scotia. We're going to be in a different part of the world every week. He was showing me his collection earlier. And every week you can guess in the chat where Aaron actually is.
And if you're right, you're not going to win anything.
Stop smiling. Is he still smiling? Stop smiling.
Yeah, it's cold where he is as well. You can see it, can't you?
Yeah.
Rogue 6 says May 26th. What's happening on May 26th? Do we? Is there a? That's tomorrow. Do we know? Yeah, is there something special?
Wait a minute, hold on.
Coming out the 26th.
Wait a minute. What's coming out, mate?
What's going on?
I don't know.
Wow, we will know.
That's a very rogue. That's a very rogue answer.
ARK. Whoa! Tomorrow.
Where?
ARK?
On Stadia?
ARK.
Have you got this as officialdom?
Is this official or is this a very rogue guess?
So Brian says ARK's been delayed until June. So unless it's Noah, unless Noah's coming with his giraffe, you know he loves to do things like that. 2x2. What was it the lion said? It was a crappy trip, but the buffet was amazing. There you go. There's 3 of them. One sneaked in with his mum and dad. Look, bless him. But who knows? Who knows? Anyway, gentlemen, we have reached the end. We've reached the end. Brian says Genesis Part 2 release date's been pushed from May 26th to June 2nd. So
yep, that's why that was one of my reasons why I assumed it would. If it didn't show as a pro game, that was going to be why, because of that. Yeah. I think it'll show up after that, or they'll just stealth drop it in or something. Some kind of googly thing they'll do.
Yeah,
at this point they know we're all asking for it and wondering about it. So.
Yeah, they've got us begging for this game that actually most people that have played it have not rated it a great deal. So
I haven't played it, haven't experienced, so it's all new to me. So we'll see.
This is a game that the community keeps talking about. So they're trying to push this out there. Yet So what we need to do is start talking about like Mafia or a baseball game. Get them to hurry those up because those are never going to show up ever. The rate we're going.
So, gentlemen, that was This Week on Stadia. I thought it was a good one. We actually didn't have to resort to a great deal of news because there was so much to talk about. We even got to see some of my favorite animals wandering around the plains of Africa and some giraffes. So, John, where can people find you this coming week, my friend?
Oh, boy. Well, this week, over on the Best Buy blog, we're getting things gearing up for E3. So I just put out a blog post about an event, what Best Buy calls is Play at Best Buy. And it's basically just celebrating E3, where I'll be posting along with other members on my team about all the news from E3. We'll have special pre-order discounts and everything like that.
Oh, nice.
And so we're just gearing up for E3, and that's taken up quite a bit of my time. So I'll be cutting back on the streams for a while E3 comes, but I'll still do as much as I can and be back to full strength after E3 is finished.
Remind me the date for E3, the kickoff date.
12th, Saturday, June the 12th, and it ends on the 15th.
Fantastic. And this is all going to be virtual this year.
Yep.
No hall or anything going down in Vegas. No,
all virtual.
Looking forward to that. Aaron, Vet Cloud Gaming.
Yes.
My good friend. What's your big plans for the coming week?
Actually, as soon as Biomutant releases on GeForce Now, I'm going to be doing a 3-hour first play of it today. I'm hoping that it's released before the time that I have scheduled. Otherwise, I have to shove it back some. So I'm hoping that. Otherwise, the rest of the week, I don't really have much planned. I do have my 12-hour stream for Monday on Memorial Day. Otherwise, it's just kind of stay tuned and keep an eye on the channel and see what I've got planned, because usually I have things scheduled here and there. I just mostly focused on making sure I can pull the 12 hours off and invite the community to play games and all of that fun stuff.
That's Red Dead. Red Dead you're playing?
Hold on, go.
Don't shoo the people of Nova Scotia away. They've all paid good money to live there.
I haven't said it Red Dead, but I don't. I think I just used that because it was a quick icon. I don't want to have a ton of games thrown up there at once, but I think the way I'm going to advertise it is I'm going to invite the community to play. So people in the chat can pick games. Nice. If they want to jump in, they can. If they don't, then they can sit and watch me terrorize the Old West or whatever else games we play.
One of I think I've said this to you before, but many years ago I was in the States, in Florida actually, for Memorial Day, and we went to. I wouldn't go there again now for various reasons, but we went to SeaWorld, and I never forget that they got all the vets to stand up and the applause and everything, and it brought a tear to my eye. I genuinely did. So my friend. Hat off to you for this coming Monday, and I hope it's a very successful stream for you as well.
Yeah, I hope it should be. I'm already up for 12 hours a day anyways. I get up at 8, so I figured 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's nothing. I was there for Meg and Tronex when she did her 12-hour stream. I was awake the whole time, so I'm like, that'll be nothing. That's a usual day in Vets world.
Yeah, well, folks, make sure you pop in and support Aaron for that very, very good cause. Raymondo. Mr. 3473, the Gaming Cyborg. What have you got planned this coming week?
Well, first of all, I want to wish my sister Santora a happy 40th birthday. I love you.
I'm 40. No, I don't.
Yeah, I'm 8 years older than you. But also, I want to say tomorrow you can catch me, Vet, Dr. Spaceman, and JD on Cloud Station TV on Wednesday. I think noontime. My time. Oh no, I'm sorry. 5 o'clock Pacific time. You guys will probably be asleep. You'll be asleep.
Sadly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning for us. I think.
And then Sunday we're doing Retro Rewind. We're gonna have 80 Player 1, and we're gonna have obscure gaming collectors. So it's gonna be a fabulous show. And Memorial Day weekend. Just gonna chill with the family. I think I'm gonna cook some hot dogs, put out some hamburger patties, and want to shout out to my dad. My dad was in the military. He had a military funeral. He was a chief in the Navy, and I got a lot of relatives that was in the service. So love the military. Yeah. Also, me and the missus is planning on a vacation. We're talking Vancouver. We're talking Seattle. And we're talking New York, so you might see the charades somewhere soon. As soon as I get that second shot.
Vancouver, mate. Vancouver.
That's my number one spot.
Going to the Big Apple, huh?
Nothing wrong with Seattle. Nothing wrong with Seattle. But you go to a different country.
My wife wants to go to Seattle. I want to go to Canada. I got friends up in Vancouver.
It's only a hop, skip, and a jump over the border. I mean, you could do both.
Yeah, that's like for me. I could just drive and then all of a sudden book my
I think we can do a Seattle. I think we can do a Seattle, Vancouver. So
yeah, you got big ass raccoons in Vancouver. I've never seen the like of them. And finally me, because we need to wrap it up. So funny enough, I'm also going to be doing a GeForce Now Bio Mutant, but I won't do it at the same time as you. Don't worry. I'll be recording mine and I'll pop it up over the next day or two. Yeah, I can't be doing it live.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What?
Sorry.
Hey, what? You got something else? Hang on. Let's go back. What have you forgotten?
Right there.
The border's closed.
The border's closed. Right. Sorry, I don't have chat up. Yeah. Well, they wouldn't let you in.
So what that means is he's going to Seattle and New York City. Thanks. You have helped him figure out his 2 locations.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm doing a Biomutant thing, and I'll be doing this again, and I'm hoping to get a Rokk Around the Clock out this week as well, and start that process off. So all good, gentlemen. Thank you so much as always. Fantastic show.
It's been fun.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I will let you all go because some of you got days to contend with, whereas I'm going to have my evening meal, smoke a pipe, talk to the Cocker Spaniel, and observe the land around me, as one does. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Enjoy the week.
Rock,
And
thank you for having me on, Rock. Thank you, guys.
mate,
Have a good one.
no, you're one of the boys. You're in the team. We love you.
Let me look down, make sure I can find you.
Say goodbye, gentlemen. Say goodbye.
Bye.
See you, everyone.
See ya.